Hey guys, how are you? Nuri Castillo Crawford. I'm the CEO founder of 1010 Publishing, and we do a monthly video blog, and we also post a written blog on our website, www.1010publishing.com, every month. I wish I could tell you that it's done every first month day of the month, but that would be a fat lie. So I'll just tell you that it's usually within the first week. We try to be as consistent as possible, but things do get really busy. So let's get right to it. I want to tell you that I'm super excited that March 1st will be here soon enough. We are a small publishing house here in Georgia, in the metro Atlanta area. And so we are very limited on the manuscripts that we do accept every month. In addition to accepting manuscripts, we also do some freelance work and work with authors to support them with the services that they need aside from being published. And for example, editing, that's a huge need, especially for a lot of presses or small publishing houses that accept unsolicited manuscripts without agents. And so then they're a little bit harder they're a little bit more strict or stringent in terms of the manuscript being really well put together and edited for content and for technical issues that it may have. So March 1st will be here soon enough. We will start accepting manuscripts March 1st through August the 1st. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to get yourself ready to submit a manuscript, whether it's with 1010 Publishing or any other publishing house. There are some basic guidelines that I feel like we all should pay attention to. So let's get right to it. Number one, research. You need to do your research. Once you have narrowed down the publishing houses that you want to pursue, you need to learn when their submission window is. Are you aligned to their vision and their mission? For example, 1010 Publishing, we release all our books in a bilingual or dual language format, which basically means the children's books have English and the other language, or there's an English version and then another language version. So do your research about that. Is it unsolicited? Do you need an agent? Or do you not need an agent? At 1010 Publishing, we don't require an agent. Again, we're small, so our rules are a little bit more flexible than the big traditional publishing houses. You'll need to learn what the format is of the manuscript that you have to submit, and any other policies. Does the publishing house only accept printed versions, or do they accept them by email? And are there parameters that you need to follow within the email as well? At 1010 Publishing, we accept through email. A lot of our communication is done either on a virtual platform or just email. Lots of emails, I would say. Most of our conversations are. We do pick up the phone from time to time and speak to our authors, especially in the early stages, trying to get to know and trying to feel the needs of the writers, the authors. All of our information can be found on our website, www.1010publishing.com. I suggest to you that you do check it out. It's very important that you do your research. You need to, and let's just talk about 1010 Publishing. You need to look us up on social media. You need to go to our website, check out our website, our blogs. A lot of your questions will be answered through our blogs, and maybe even order a book and see if you like the quality. There's just a lot of different ways to get to know a press, and if you're going to hand your book over to a publishing house to take care of it, I would say, I would recommend that you do get to know the publishing house. Some other tips are definitely networking with other writers or authors of your genre. Obviously, with social media, there's a lot of writing groups and author groups on social media. So I would suggest that you, if you cannot do it in person, that you do connect with other writers, other authors of your genre on social media, and try to get to know what people are going through. Some of the questions you may have, they may have answers to. So just being in the know-how and being able to have a conversation about what you might be expecting, I think it will set you ahead of the game. Obviously, we talked about formatting the manuscript based on the guidelines that the publishing house has noted. And since you don't have to have an agent, for example, for 1010 publishing, the the manuscript needs to look like it's ready to go, like you would not be ashamed of getting it printed. Obviously, we're not going to print it right off of that. We do a lot of work to it, but you need to be confident. So it needs to go through an editing process. You need to have at least one round of editing done to your manuscript before you submit it. Like I shared earlier, 1010 Publishing does have a freelance um, section or services as well. So we do have editors, and that's separate than us, publishing your book. But we do offer some services as well. So definitely look us up for that. And then you'll have to do your cover letter. I always tell people about cover letters to be very compelling, tell your story, be able to articulate your why. That's what's going to set you apart. Many times your cover letter will help you, will help the editors or the readers that are going through the plush pile get to your story. So your cover letter is important as well. And like I mentioned, the policies, what are their must-haves, and how do they communicate with you in terms of your manuscript? Maybe you submit it, what's the timeline of hearing back from them, or do they even communicate back with you? Some publishing houses accept the manuscripts, but you don't hear back from them unless they accept it because they get so many. So it just depends. So definitely, I would encourage you to go ahead and start getting your manuscript ready and start looking for an editor to review it, to make sure that you're ready to go and that you've at least invested something into ensuring that your book gets accepted by a publishing house. All right, what are some things happening for us? We had a book release this month during the holiday season, and we're super happy about that. I have a secret, tengo un secreto, and I think that it's the cutest book. I hope that you get a chance to check it out. In addition to that, I have my very first chapter book coming out in January, end of January. It's called Marisol, and it's about a teenage Latina. It's a young adult, middle grades, and basically it's about what a little girl goes through. It's already a transitional period from fifth grade going to middle school. So developmentally, socially, there are a lot of things that are going on just with an average preteen. But add to that, being a new family in the country, and having to balance or manage two cultures as a young child, and still trying to fit into both cultures, and helping find her identity and who she is. It's a great story. I think it's relevant to all children, whether Latino or not, because it's a story of perseverance, self-discovery, and highlighting the challenges that children go through in transitioning to middle school. So that's the book, Marisol, will be released in English and in Spanish. There's going to be two versions of the book. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to be doing a release party. And then last but not least, today we will add to this written blog on our website a post from Veronica Wilson, who has given us some review about a book that we released in, I want to say 2018, yes. The name of the book is A Long Journey to Safety. And I want you to take a look at it, and it's written in English and Vietnamese. So we're trying to tap into the Asian culture and help support families and communities, children that also are of Asian descent, and not only helping provide access to children in that community, but also help the rest of us kind of get a glimpse view of what that community looks like and maybe some of its history. The book is historical fiction about a little boy immigrating to the USA from Vietnam after the war. So check it out and definitely connect with us. We're at 1010 Publishing on all social media platforms, and we would love to get in touch with you. And we would love to hear from you. If you have bought any of our books, please go to Amazon and leave us a review. We love to get pictures from you. We definitely are looking to get really creative and connecting with different readers. The pandemic has affected us as well, but I will say that I am very proud and very blessed that our readers are still continuing to support us. So we really appreciate it so much, and we love each and every one of you. Continue to read, and let us know how we can support you, and also what maybe books you want to hear about. And if you're a writer, if you're an author, like I said, our submission window begins March the 1st. Soon after this, maybe next month, we will be discussing how to launch a virtual book release for your book. Take care, guys. Bye.